What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Sunday, January 29th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That is the only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. And that's where I want you to hit me up with any questions. Find the thread for this video. What do you like for today? What do you dislike? Give me your thoughts on the slate in general. Hit me up on Twitter. That's where I want to see you guys. Finally, we got to talk BetMGM. They are the sponsor of this show. You can get you get 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum and up to $1,000 in first bet insurance, so long as you follow the link in the description. Now, we're going to round out the bottom of my top 10 with Chris Duarte, TJ McConnell, Najee Marshall, CJ McCollum, and Buddy HIELD on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going to Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., power forward center eligible. Love to see it. 6,700 projected for 39. The goal is 36.5, and he is in the optimal lineup 34% of the time. Gave him 28 minutes like he always plays. 1.38 fantasy points per minute in this spot. Massive pace up spot here against Indiana. He's been seeing a minute or two at center as well with no Steven Adams around. That's better for him for sure. 24% usage, 18 points, 8 boards, an assist, and 4 stocks. Yes, 4 stocks. This dude has no problem getting some steals and blocks, particularly in the block department, especially when he's at home, evidently. I just love getting to Jaren Jackson here, but the fact that he's got power forward center flexibility makes it really, really easy to use him on a 3-game slate. In at number 4, we've got GIANNIS ANTETOKOUNMPO, power forward center eligible, 11,600 projected for 59. The goal 61. He's in the optimal lineup 34% of the time. Clearly a giant raw point ceiling here for Giannis, particularly in a matchup where they're 10-point favorites against the Pelicans. He can hang a 30 and 20 on these guys pretty easily. 33 minutes here for Giannis, 1.78 fantasy points per minute. That is just ridiculous. 36% usage, 32 real points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. This guy fills the stat sheet. If he goes for north of 60 on a 3-gamer, there's a pretty good chance you're going to need him, and I think he does that pretty regularly. That's why you see Giannis in at number 4, even on 3 games with not a ton of value out there. In at number 3, we're going to Brandon Clarke. He's power forward center eligible, sensing a theme here for positionality. 5,300 projected for 34.5. Goal's just 29.5. He's in the optimal lineup 38% of the time. This is the spot you go to for value, the mid tier. 28 minutes here for Clarke, assuming he starts again. 1.2 fantasy points per minute in this massive pace up matchup against the Pacers. 15 points and 10 boards. I'm projecting Brandon Clarke for a double-double. That's 18% usage, an assist, a steal, and a block. He's still just not priced totally to where he should be, 1, for this matchup, and 2, for the fact that he is likely the starting center with Steven Adams out. Now, they could go to Tillman. I still think Brandon Clarke's going to look good, but assuming he starts, I think it's 28 minutes at a minimum, as long as the game's competitive, upwards of 32 if things break correctly. No reason that you don't want to go there. Don't mind playing him with Jaren Jackson either if they're going to be playing alongside each other for most of the game. It's just a really nice salary at 5,300. Next up at number 2, we're going to Dillon Brooks, shooting guard, small forward eligible. So you also get guard, forward, and utility. 4,900 projected for 32. The goal is 27.5, and he's in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. I hate saying things like this, but it's really difficult for Dillon Brooks to fail at this salary. We have no Desmond Bane, or at least it seems like we won't. He's going to play north of 30 minutes, could play upwards of 36. I only gave him 32. He's basically a fantasy point per minute guy without Bane around. And the fact that this is a great pace spot. 25% usage, 18.5 points, 4.5 boards, 3 assists, and a stock. He's just not priced for the role that he has today, and the flexibility of position makes it simple. I'm going to have a ton of Dillon Brooks today, and you guys should too. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. You gotta follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Find the thread with this video. I want your questions. I want your thoughts on the slate. Whatever you want to hit me up with, that is where you should do it. Again, at Josh Engleman. And finally, 2 months of Stokastic Plus Platinum, up to $1,000 in first bet insurance. That's what you get when you sign up at BetMGM using the link in the description. My number one contender for today is $10,200 Ja Morant, point guard eligible, projected 58. The goal is 54. He's in the optimal lineup 47% of the time. 34 minutes here for Morant. And because of this matchup, I think he's more like a 1.7 fantasy point per minute guy. This pace is crazy, and he is on another level without Bane here. 35% usage for Ja Morant, 31 points, 9.5 assists, 7 rebounds, and a stock. Maybe a stock and a half. This slate just doesn't look this game is different. There's 20 plus more points in this one. More ball handling for Morant, more everything for Morant. This is the guy that I want to get to the most. Ja Morant is going to be my most exposed player, barring crazy news for today's slate, and I feel great about it. Get Ja in your lineup. Who doesn't want to cheer for Ja Morant? My number one contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for January 29th. It is Sunday, by the way. FanDuel version. It's around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.